Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Frank, a tranquil and beautiful setting with the Santa Rosa Mountains in the background, those crystal clear blue skies, but it can get pretty testy out on the golf course, can it?
If you get any sort of wind out there, Rich, the sky might be beautiful and blue today, but that wind, once especially the cross breeze, then this course has teeth.
Here we are at the first tee, ready to kick off the round. Frank?
Good tee shot straight out of the gate. You're going to need it on a hole that's close to 450 yards. Doesn't really matter if you cut it or draw it. Just be wary of that bunker that sits on the right side. It's fine.
a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Frank, this is an approach shot here at the first hole that will get a player's attention.
It will. Very strategically placed bunker that protects that front right of the green, plus the angle of that green. If you're going to take it across that bunker, you better judge that inch perfect.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
So a tester from 4 feet. One under early in the round. Could use this. A putt for par. Still playing even for the day after the par. Teed up here at the second hole, Frank. This is a short par 4 measuring about 370 yards.
While it mightn't have the yardage, it's certainly made up in strategy by all the bunkering down here, Rich. And it's really two bunkers that you've got to, or two complexes that you've really got to worry about. One down the left, you see, is about 285 yards to carry, and then that next crop comes in just about 300 yards. So you've got to decide whether to go over the bunker on the left and short of the other one, or even lay up to the right, perhaps short. And that's where you realize this is very much a two-shot hole, and play it that way.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way,
Exactly.
Rich. It really did.
Now getting ready for the approach shot here at hole number 2. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank, is a player thinking birdie here on this approach shot at the second hole?
Anything with the scoring club here, as long as you can get the distance right and get into the right section, it's very much a birdie hole. And there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. This is an awkward length.
Wow, Wow, I thought he made that. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Getting set now over the putt. Drops it, and he's at even par. Frank, players had hybrids, some had irons out off the tee on that short par 4 second. Time to get the big stick out here on the third?
It certainly is. The third hole you play, yeah, 3 totally different looks off the tee. This hole appears straightish off the tee, but well bunkered down the left, which makes you push that tee shot a little to the right.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, for a long time, the stadium course at PGA West was thought to be too difficult for the professionals. How'd that happen?
It wasn't really unusual. A lot of Pete Dye courses, when they first came out, with the wooden bulkheads, so visually intimidating. It was such a departure from traditional golf design that players, they weren't very receptive to it. They thought it was too punishing, and yet now we look some 20, 30 years later, Pete Dye is going to go down with the Mackenzies, the Donna Rosses, the C.B. McDonalds as one of the most innovative and one of the great architects that actually changed the direction that the game's gone.
Back in the late 1980s, the Tour Pros actually refused to go back to the stadium course. They signed a petition to get it removed as one of the host courses, a ban that effectively ran until 2015. But now the Career Builder Challenge will return to the rotation in 2016. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. And setting up here in the rough. locked in on the read and the speed. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Just a couple of feet. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Frank, here's a case at the fourth hole, this par 3, of Pete Dye kind of messing with a player's mind. Just how does he do it?
Well, there's a straight line between that tee and the flag. That's the obvious thing. But if you follow the look of the hole down there, it's just the shaping of the bunkers, the little curving of the edges there that just take that mind's eye away, almost making it look like there's a little bit of a dog leg in a straight hole. Very clever.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
But now a chance for a birdie. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. This has really been an airtight performance to this point. Just flawless.
Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Giant putter heads, fat grips. What's happening with putter technology these days, Frank?
One of the things they've done is face balance. That means the putter face doesn't...
So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
So this is his fourth shot after the last one found the water.
Yeah, it's not all over, but right now, too, he's staring down the barrel of a very bad hole.
And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is just an outstanding shot right there. And now a chance for an eagle. Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
It's no snack, though.
Well, Frank, he'll drop at least one shot here. That was not his best effort.
No, poor is the easiest way to put that. He knows it.
And getting ready for the putt. He's going to beat himself up on the way to the next tee. You don't miss those putts. Well, not going to make par here. He needs this to only give up one. So they'll tap in. Starting to really play well. -5.
Frank, a long par 3 here at the 6th, 255 yards. Club selection obviously is crucial.
Yeah, and length is very important here. Something that can fly high and land soft is obviously going to make that green play a little bit bigger. If you get a breeze off the right or left to right into, this hole becomes very challenging.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, sort of Djokovic or Federer or, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But, the beauty of golf, we can go out in a golf course. We decide what our handicaps are on the first tee. We decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. You went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is. Just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Settles in over the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one. It's at sneaky distance.
No doubt about that one. That was struck with confidence.
Putt for par. Needs one. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
No fairway here. This one in that rough.
That's an absolute beauty.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
Generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. So in the first cut here, it could be worse. This is a 19-foot putt. Not his best stuff right there. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. 6 under par now. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over.
Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side, and then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left side as you get closer to the green. Nice.
Looks good.
Second shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Now the approach shot here on this par 5/8.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Makes birdie, continuing to amaze on the greens, Frank.
Putted well all day, Rich. Had a couple of good holes early on and just, I think, found the groove. It's taken it to another level.
On fire right now. 7 under par.
Frank, the 9th hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like he gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question, the best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, break down this second shot here at the 9th hole.
The second shot's a little bit like the tee shot. We know that the biggest trouble is on the right with the water, but there's also a bunker between water and green. So Pete Dye is enticing you to try and play the correct shot, which is one that just moves a little left to right towards the flag. And there is a little bit of relief. If you just miss it a touch, you're in the sand, not the water.
Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the 9th.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Ten-foot putt left. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Still playing even for the day after the par.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back at PGA West, getting set to continue the action on the back nine. Beautiful hole here. Rock border that lines the water here at number 10. It's 416 yards.
Now that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Ready to go now on the approach shot here at this par 4 10th.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That is classy.
Yeah, chance of going in.
Frank, is this a definite green light, the approach at the par 4 10th?
Well, there's enough opportunities at PGA West for the long hitters. This is an opportunity for the really good iron players. This is where they have a chance to shine, because a good iron player will give himself a birdie putt here. A poor iron player here, all of a sudden they'll find trouble.
Getting set now over the putt. In red figures at 1 under par. Well in the red figures at 9 under for the round.
Well, we've arrived at our third par 5 of the day here at PGA West. It is the 11th. It is nicknamed, appropriately, Eternity. 617 yards.
Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
All right, Frank, time to play a little pitch and putt right now. Good chance with a good shot here to make a 4.
Yeah, holes like this is where small ball can beat big ball.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Good stroke right there. That's a par, and stays at 1 under. Locked in on the read and the speed. Now minus 10 for the round.
To the par 4 12th here at PGA West, short at 363 yards.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
So yet another short iron shot into a par 4 here at the 12th. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Frank, another good scoring opportunity here at the par 4 12th.
Yeah, just have to focus on where that flag is in relation to these little ridges and the mounds on this green. It's called moat because it's protected all by that wall of sand down that left side. That's not really in play for this shot. If you're smart, use one of those little ridges. They can kick it towards the flag.
Well, not quite enough on that one, Frank.
Yeah, coming out of the rough, not surprising. Considerably short.
And he's made the green. In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that. Just a couple of feet. And he makes it for a bogey here.
Well, Frank, we came off a hole, the short par 4 12th, where players no doubt were thinking about making birdie. Here, it's a different story. Why?
It is. Well, 13 is always going to be unlucky for some. There's so much water down there on that left side. And the way it sort of laps up to the wooden bulkhead, it looks anything other than a straight shot. And this is where you have to mentally move the flag. You've got to push that flag in your mind's eye to the right side of the green and say, I do not want to go left of that.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously, for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won at Augusta National Golf Club. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club?
He'll need to be strong with this. That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I'd say a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Clean this up with a tap. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. This is one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have?
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short, is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
You'd like that one again.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Could use this one. This is for par. Drops it, and he's at even par.
Solid par 4 here. The 15th is 468 yards.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway.
will settle. Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Frank, the 15th is called turning home. Time now to turn on the jets, and a good chance.
Yeah, after a good drive, once again, height's going to be rewarded here with the second shot. See the way that green is protected by the bunkers. So if you can come in here really high, get that to land soft, there's a lot of flags on this green that you can go at.
Now the approach here at 15.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. So a tester from 4 feet.
Still playing even for the day after the par. And getting ready for the putt. Knocking down all the shots today, now 13 under.
Now the par 5, 16, dog leg, and it's at 600 yards, so a little bit of an advantage to the big bomber, Frank.
Yeah, they can almost take a big chunk out of this hole by going down the left side. If you can take that bunker out of play, and that's a big hit to get past that, then all of a sudden, shortest point between two places is a straight line. You've really reduced this hole into something closer to 570 yards.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Bit surprising, misses the green in regulation here at the par 5.
Yeah, you'd think this is one of the easier holes on the golf course. So now just trying to avoid 6.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. This would give him the par. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. That takes him to 1 under on the day.
Well, there it is. They call it Alcatraz. Just sitting out there on the water, 168 yards away, Frank.
Well, speaking of water, that water looks so peaceful, doesn't it? It'd be a shame to spoil it with a splash.
This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game. This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left.
Just playing great. 14 under already. Settles in over the putt.
Bottom of the barrel, and now to 2 under. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long. Water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's 3 groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find a fairway with.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, this could be good. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You're allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now.